Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hangout with ST. She's Alyssa.
And he's Hairianto, and Hangout with ST is a weekly show where we bring you top stories of the week.
That's right, anything that is local to everything that's happening
Around
around the
the
world. And of
world.
course, today it is a special day indeed. We are celebrating love. And with that, we'd like to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day.
It's a day where you remember that you're single. No, it's a day where you remember if you're single, all the more you feel single. When you're married, all the more you feel like, oh, to be single.
Hashtag forever.
Anyway, do you like our balloons? Our heart-shaped balloons behind?
So last week we
it's
had
moving a bit.
Lunar New Year.
The lanterns.
Lanterns, right? Yeah, this week Zig made heart-shaped balloons for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute, right?
Very cute, right? Just in the spirit of Valentine's Day. Yeah. And of course, we're coming to you live from the Straits Times newsroom, so do leave your comments and even your Valentine's Day message, right?
Yes, and it's a perfect time to, if you need to confess to anybody,
Yeah.
why don't you do it too?
Yeah, exactly.
Or send a message to anybody.
Yeah, we'll read out your Valentine's Day message for you, right? So maybe if, let's say, you want to dedicate to, for example, a person named John Tang.
Who doesn't know you exist yet?
So you just add John Tang and then your message.
And then we'll read it.
Yeah, and at the same time also, at least this John Tang knows that we are live.
Yeah. Killing two birds with one stone because hashtag get us to 10K.
Exactly. And of course, today we're going to be discussing, whether certain punishments are a bit too heavy when meted out, right?
Like putting gate. And then also we're going to talk about Singaporean of the Year, Straits Times Singaporean of the Year.
And then we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day. That's our special Valentine's Day segment since it is Valentine's Day today. Yeah, and then on to our other news in a minute before we run out with
Facebook Face Off.
which you won last week.
I did. I think it's really my year.
The year of the horse.
Yeah, and I want to say to all of you guys watching here, thank you so much for watching us.
Yeah.
Does it mean you don't have a date now for Valentine's Day because you're spending, time with us? Or maybe your date is after the show.
Or you are watching us with your date.
Or maybe we are your date.
Or maybe we are your date. Okay, let's see some comments.
Okay, now I need to log in.
Yeah, let's see. Okay.
Oh, you're in already?
Yes, I'm in. Okay, let's see. Hi from Isabel Lee. Jem Wong says, hello, I'm no one. Oh, number one. Okay. Kason Tan says hello. Jay Tan says hello. Clive Chua says hello. Jem Wong asks, Hairianto is Indonesian?
No, it's Spanish.
I'm Espanol. Yeah. Me llamo Hairianto.
Oh, actually, someone wants me to be her Valentine. Mahathir Haidar Abdullah. Hi, Alyssa. Be my Valentine.
I will wipe the cutlery when we go out dinner. Oh, remember? I think this was when we talked about the cutlery. Cleaning of the cutlery and all that, remember? There was this one episode.
Yes. Actually, then I think you got the wrong person. It should be Hairianto should be your Valentine because he needs the cutlery to be wiped, not me. Not me.
Miles Casby says, hello, it's weird watching at 8 p.m. But Miles, you've always been watching us at 8 p.m. Oh, you're having a good night. We are, certainly are. Ellen says, hello, Alyssa and Hairianto. Happy Valentine's Day to both of you. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well.
To you as well. And then Ashara Crow Ashmana says, Buonasera.
Buonasera.
My pronunciation okay?
So continue to keep your comments coming in and of course engage in our discussions for today. And if you really have any Valentine's Day messages at all that you want to write, just leave it in the comments as well.
Definitely. Okay, so Jan, in life, I believe some rules are meant to be broken.
Exactly, but some rules are best just rules.
So case in point, a Chinese art student, Zhang Jialep, is studying in the Philippines. She learned it the hard way. So what happened was she was making her way to the MRT station, right?
Yep.
Still drinking her cup of soy pudding when the officer said, sorry miss, that
you can't enter. Of course, an argument ensued and she ended up throwing the soy pudding at him.
What a mess.
Yeah, my goodness. That's really a lot of soy pudding.
It's a lot. Actually, it looks like vomit.
Yeah.
It was quite bad.
Now she was arrested and faced various charges of direct assault, disobedience and unjust vexation. If guilty, she faces 4 months to 4 years in prison.
And the latest update is that she is currently being detained by the Philippine Immigration, and the Immigration Bureau is looking, it's considering to deport her.
Yeah. Incidentally, there was another Chinese national who was arrested in Philippines for allegedly molesting teenagers at a theme park. Now, safe to say, right, that the Chinese, of course, is not exactly one that's very popular right now in the Philippines.
And we understand that the charges laid against the girl who threw the pudding. But we'd like to know, do you think that her facing deportation is a bit too heavy a penalty?
Yeah, right? I mean, of course, she did break the rules, right? And yeah, you know, the dignity of the... When we discussed this, right? The dignity of the police officer. But does it really warrant for her to be deported?
Yeah, because he wasn't actually... punched. I mean, other people do even worse things and then they get deported.
Yeah.
Like, the HIV registry thing.
Yeah.
But in this case, yeah, it wasn't very nice of her to do it. But,
exactly. So let us know, right? Do you think that the punishment is a bit too much, right? This tantrum taps into a brewing resentment over perceived Chinese arrogance towards Filipinos. Now, the locals are also resentful towards the Chinese simply because, you know, in the job hunting market, they are competitive, right?
Yeah, they think they're taking away their jobs, and also they see the Chinese as having raised the property prices to like sky high, and also the South China Sea issue, where China has been building islands to install missiles, artillery and warplanes.
Yeah, but what it is, this is an example of how indiscretions strike a nationalist nerve can quickly explode. Right, so let us know. Do you think that it's a bit too much to deport her?
Yeah.
I mean, she did apologize,
scary,
right?
Yeah, she did say she was sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, what do people say?
Okay, Patrina Pang says, okay, no deportation, then a heavy fine. All right.
We have Ashara says, a tight slap would be good.
Ayo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or maybe just make her drink like 100 cups of soy pudding.
Soy pudding. Would that be your punishment?
Then she'll be so sick of it that she'll never drink again.
Maybe. Or maybe just a fine, right? Yeah. Kitwa says, wow, agree, deportation.
Okay. And then Alicia Heng also agrees. She says, well, no to our question.
Yep.
Public servants need to be respected.
True. Okay, true. So continue to let us know, right, whether you think that the punishment of deportation is really very heavy.
A penalty,
right?
Yeah. And speaking of penalties, Singapore Post, has been slapped with a $100,000 fine, and this is the highest in a company's history.
And why is this so? Of course, they failed to meet IMDA's postal quality of service standards 9 times in 2017. I didn't know there's such a thing.
So did I. I didn't know there were standards in the first place. You can actually complain to IMDA, but I also didn't know you can complain to IMDA about it.
Yeah. So the postal service, basically the standards, right? They need to deliver 98% to 99% of basic local letters in one working day, and fully delivered by the second day. 100%.
And there were also complaints of missing and misdelivered mail. I think we all remember that story where the postman just dumped mail into the trash bin.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And then there was also misuse of failed postal delivery notices when recipients were at home. You know how you get the slip and say, oh, we didn't catch you at home, we were not home, can you go down to the post office to collect?
Exactly. So let us know, for those of you who are at home, do you have any similar experiences with Singapore Post? Right. I know you do, right, Alyssa?
I do a couple of times. I did kena the one where I kept getting the slip.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And then
so you weren't at home, right?
I was
or were
at
you
home.
at home? Okay.
I was at home. And then that same day in the evening when I just go check my letters, I was like, I see the slip at my door, but I was home.
Okay.
Yeah. And another time another time I sent a Starbucks card to my friend.
Yeah.
There was like $20 inside.
Right.
But when she got it, because she knew I was going to send her a Starbucks card. When she got it, she said, Ellie, I only got like the empty envelope. So someone opened it and took out the card.
Oh, that's interesting. And you had to basically send another card to your friend.
Yeah, because I kind of felt bad about it. So,
Are you guys still friends?
Yeah, we're still friends.
I've never had any similar experiences, but that's also because I don't usually buy things online. And if I do, it has been pleasant experiences, and it's not with SingPost's, it is with Ninja, Van, and the other delivery services. And even with Carousel also, now that I'm on Carousel a lot.
Buying all your Pokemon Switch.
Yeah, buying all my Nintendo Switch games. I just collect them from the person itself. I don't do mail postage and all
stuff,
that. Yeah,
right? Yeah, but the thing is that, so because it's 2019, SingPost shouldn't be sorry. It should be better. So This is also our slogan for the year. So instead
Correct.
of being sorry to each other, we say, you know what, Yan,
yeah.
you can be better.
Yeah, so Alyssa, likewise, don't be sorry for all things you've done, be better.
Indeed, be better. So how can SingPost be better? We understand it's difficult for the postman now to deliver things, especially when a lot of people do online shopping, right? You got a lot of parcels to carry. How about installing more pop station boxes? Like for every 1 to 2 HDB blocks.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Yeah,
right?
because the things I don't see a pop station nearby my place actually. Probably the nearest one would be the central area where the bus interchange is and all that. The node lah, right? The node of the neighborhood.
But then there are some people I know, like their houses, the HDB sometimes it's quite far in. It's a bit inaccessible. They have to take the bus, the interchange, and all that.
Yeah.
It's just very troublesome. Remember, we should make it easier. We should keep up
and
with
of course,
the times.
already in 2016, the government announced plans to install bigger parcel locker systems in certain areas of Singapore first before expanding. But we really hope that they can quickly implement this all across Singapore.
So there already are other parcel locker systems, services like Ninja Collect and Blue Pot. We haven't really seen them around.
No.
But let us know if you have and whether you use those a lot.
Yeah. At the end of the day, with having all this also, it saves you time. You just got to go down, collect it, and at the same time also manpower, right? Manpower issues. If let's say SingPost or any delivery services have manpower issues, then by having this kind of pop-up postal boxes, then you don't have to worry so much about manpower issues.
Yeah, you don't need to staff your postal officers until like a certain time for people to collect the parcels, right?
Of course, there are other parcel delivery services in Singapore which offer door-to-door service. The key difference being, of course, they actually bring the parcel to your door lah.
Yeah. Instead of giving you the slit.
Okay, let's take some comments. Let's see what people have said. Jem Wong says, sorry, no cure. Wow.
Tough one. That's why, right? Be better.
Yeah. Ashara says, SingPost should employ 100,000 more workers. That would be cost. Jem Wong also says, don't buy SingPost share. It's going to drop. Oh,
I see. Okay.
You can't see the comments,
Oh, I think Ershan is being very rude over here.
Where is
Can't
that?
believe, so dumb VJ and stupid topic. Can't believe you're a developed nation. I think you need to check yourself.
Oh, wait, I don't see that.
I see, Anyway, let's move on. I
Okay.
don't want to read any more about that.
Okay. Nor Pipi BMN says, yes, I do have bad experience. I did not receive my letter, especially when it's an important letter. I called in and they say they will take note and will not happen again. First few was good, but then happen again.
Hopefully that will change now because SingPost is going to improve their standards.
Yeah, exactly. So continue to let us know, right? Whether you have any similar unpleasant experiences with your mail delivery service. Regardless, maybe it's not with SingPost or even with the other services as well, right? Let us know in the comment section.
Or maybe what you think they can do better as well.
Exactly. Yeah, what they can do better. Moving on, our heartiest congratulations to Straits Times Singaporean of the Year 2018 winner, that is Miss Siti Nur Mastura.
Now, the 28-year-old young champion for interfaith work received the award on Tuesday at the Istana. You were there, you were hosting the event. This was presented by our president, Halimah Yacob, at the Istana, and she beat 10 other finalists for the award, which is in its 4th year.
Now, it is really nice to have the Istana simply because, we are celebrating the 150th anniversary as well for the Istana, right? Now, this award is organized by the Straits Times and sponsored by UBS Singapore. It honors Singaporeans who have put the country on the world map, persevered through incredible adversity, or made the community a better place through selfless acts.
Now, past winners include Madam Noriza A. Mansoor, the inaugural winner in 2015 for her selfless act in helping an elderly man who soiled himself in public. And I remember that story.
You remember that story, right?
That story.
And then in 2016, of course, Joseph, together with the parents, Colin and Miss Cooling, won the award after Joseph won the first gold medal at the Olympics for Singapore.
And then last year, Dr. Goh Wei Leong and the charity he co-founded called Health Serve, which provides migrant workers with affordable healthcare, took the award. Yeah,
and of course, the other finalists, they had good stories as well. They contributed a lot to the community. You know, for No Mastura now, she faced some adversities in her life, and even at one point in time, she did not have a proper roof over her head. Now, when life got better for the family, she did not forget her past and started Back to Basics in 2013, a non-profit group that delivers free halal groceries to beneficiaries.
And she also co-founded the non-profit organization called Interfaith Youth Circle. This is back in 2015.
Yeah.
So this one seeks to promote a better understanding of the role that faith groups play in an increasingly complex and divided society.
Yeah. So here is a little short clip of Nur Mastura.
Towards the end of 2014, for the first time, I actually felt how fragile our social fabric is. On the outside, it looks like everything's fine, but you know, deep inside, we basically have a lot of issues with one another. And as a Singaporean, that kind of struck enough for me because I've always been raised in the whole, you know, racially harmonious environment. My friend actually, you know, he came to me and he said, listen, there's this summer program in Cambridge where they train you in interfaith work. I applied and, you know, thankfully somehow got in. And that was where I actually experienced how powerful, you know, deep and real interaction can be between people of other faiths. You know, I thought, wow, you know, I have to somehow replicate this and make it happen back in Singapore. So I came back and I met my ex-schoolmate and, you know, I told her about this, and the both of us then started Interfaith Youth Circle. Every single month we run scriptural reasoning where people of different faiths can come together and reflect on scriptures together. And we've also had events where, so last Ramadan, we actually had an event called the Salam Shalom Iftar. So we actually brought together Muslims and Jews and also people of other faiths. And it was really beautiful to see them talking to one another and having a conversation, sharing a meal, and also talking about, you know, things that are really controversial, but at the end of it, still maintaining humanity in their relationships.
For the full video, you can log on to straitstimes.com/videos to catch it.
And of course, I was there on Tuesday, right, to MC the ceremony, and really, you know, she was really very humble and she didn't expect to win. So when she was announced the winner, she actually teared and she even said that she suffered from imposter syndrome because she doesn't think that she's fully deserving of the award. Yeah, and she went on to say, every one of us has the capacity to do great things. How do you decide what is more heroic and what is more generous? So very humble indeed. Yeah.
And she went home with, well, for her efforts, right, indeed. She went home with $20,000 in cash prize and a trophy, while the other 10 finalists went home with $5,000.
Yeah, and you know, Alyssa, I spoke to the other finalists as well after the event, and particularly to one couple, Kenneth and Adeline, right? So basically, they opened their house to strangers, you know, basically youth from dysfunctional families, who don't have a roof over their head, to actually come and stay with them. So they work like a family, they live like a family. Every, you know, weekend they will go out and then they have dinners together, and it was really very heartening and heartwarming to see. You see, because really, you know, these youths, they come from dysfunctional families, right, and they just want to feel belong, and they want to know what is it like to grow up in a normal family.
You know, when we usually talk about all these stories and the winners, one thought that comes through my mind, is, okay, it sounds like, oh, very inspiring, oh, you know, I wish I couldn't do that, like, you know. But I'm sure that they would have their own difficulties as well, right? So did this couple share, like, what are the difficult moments? Because it's day in, day out, you know, it's a commitment.
Yeah,
right?
I suppose they didn't really share the difficulties, but I suppose, of course, you know, it's really sustaining that, because right now they have 9 youth
kids, right, with them,
kids living with them. So I would imagine, you know, they have to make do with whatever they have, you know, in terms of food and stuff, right? It's not easy to care for 9 children in that sense, right? Yeah, for more stories, of course, on the finalists and see how you can also help out to contribute in their cause, you can visit the website link below, right here, with the tag Singaporean of the Year 2018. Let's see, let's take some comments.
To some people.
Yeah.
Okay, so far I think not a lot of Valentine's Day messages, because I think, like, maybe everyone's on a V-Day date.
Yeah, right?
Maybe.
Samuel Chua says, everyone in the finalists are winners, just that Siti Nomastura outshine the rest. Good job, everyone. That's right.
Thank you, Samuel.
That's very nice.
And then
Yeah.
Evelyn Powell says hello. So I say hello back.
Hello. And Lynn SC says, I miss this little red dot country. Everything is accessible, beautiful, clean city. Thank you.
So where are you watching from?
Yeah, let us know.
Are you in Singapore
Let
now?
us know where you are from.
Okay. So now this is maybe just for men. Maybe you might want to listen up.
Okay.
Right,
okay.
Forever Alone is it? Okay.
Hashtag Forever Alone.
Forever Alone. If any of you are watching and are single right now, now is your chance because there's a new matchmaking agency in town.
Wow.
So this one is called Destiny Is, and the
yeah.
whole point is that they want to match Singaporean men to Japanese women.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And why? Simply because they feel that Singaporean men have an edge over the Japanese men.
Yes, you've
Right?
hit the nail on the head. So in Japan, the Japanese women, they feel that many men expect their wives or girlfriends to basically nanny them, look after, like they're washing the food, everything.
Oh.
Whereas for Singaporean men, the Japanese women feel that the relationship is more equal
Okay.
and that the men aren't as entitled. But this is a very general description.
Yeah. Okay, so for those of you who are watching at home, right, do you agree with the founders' views of Singaporean men? Right? Whether they are right to say that, hey, Singaporean men treat their female counterparts more equal.
From what I've observed of
okay.
friends who are married,
Yeah.
especially in my generation,
Yeah.
I find that the relationship is quite equal.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to things like housework, finances. Yeah, so I kind of agree. Not that I have any experience dating Japanese men or like a lot of different men, but just their views on Singaporean men, I kind of know where they're coming from and I agree. But I remember when we were first talking about this, like you didn't even like, you weren't convinced, right?
Yeah, I was not convinced. I thought that we are, I don't know.
Why do you think so badly
Because,
about
okay,
yourself?
no. Because generally, I think, the Japanese, they are known to be very polite people, very
Right.
kind, very soft-spoken. I wouldn't have thought that, okay, my point is that it's not whether Singaporean men are better or not. It's just that,
Yeah, we don't want to bash
yeah,
guys
correct.
here.
And I just didn't think that Japanese men would be like that, lah.
I see. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
what I
a
thought.
bit of a shock.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock.
But how does
the
it feel to
comparison
know
made.
that you're desirable to Japanese women?
I mean, desirable, but still hashtag Forever Alone. Eh?
So will you try going to the matchmaking agency?
I should. But okay, apparently according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development or EECD, Japanese men spend the least time doing household chores or caring for children than in any of the world's wealthiest nations. But this is not a good comparison because Singapore wasn't included in the study.
So we'll never know, right?
So we'll never know,
It's a
right?
fair
Yeah, and of
comparison.
course, Miss Koichi and Miss Endo, the founders, say they welcome men and women of all nationalities to use their matchmaking services. Senior citizens and divorcees can also join.
So no discrimination.
Exactly.
And because it's Valentine's Day, so even if you're feeling a bit fatigued, okay, with all this talk, enough about this hashtag Forever Alone. Okay, I'll stop making fun of you guys. Okay, there are also other stories of love that are inspiring and not just like all about a commercial holiday.
Yeah.
Right?
Now we're talking about the Sunday Times special love issue which came out last Sunday. Don't worry, I haven't got the print copy of it because the stories are online as well.
So one is, if you like reading stories, our colleague Olivia Ho, she covers a lot of arts and culture and also book reviews. She curated over 150 love stories into 15. So from 150 submissions, she whittled it down to 15. I had to read all of them. They're quite interesting. Some of them sounds very close to real life, like maybe they're writing from their own experience. Then others sound a bit more like abstract
Correct.
or like poetic. So have
So
a read.
have a look at that. The other one that I enjoyed is the one from our colleague Siu Hua as well.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, Sweetheart.
So during rehearsal, he had a Freudian slip. He said sweetheart instead of Siwa.
Now, Siu Hua wrote a touching love story of Mr. Wu Terong, who fell in love and married his family's domestic helper, Ms. Dedeng Lopez. There's also another story about former drug addict Philip Chan, who met and fell in love with his now wife Christina at the halfway house she founded.
And the way it was written, I feel that if it was covered by another writer, as long as it's not Siu Hua, I feel, she's very sensitive when she deals with such topics, and it's written really beautifully.
Yeah, it is.
I can't
really
imagine
enjoyed
anyone
it.
else writing the way she can.
I really enjoyed it. So you guys can check those stories out. Yeah. Let's take some comments. I think we have some comments right here. Let's see. Jem Wong, can you brief on the new incentives for caregiver and replace of foreign domestic workers subsidy? I think we've already replied you there. There is the link right there for you.
And then Mahathir Haidar Abdullah says, well, I'm in. Where do I sign up? This is for Destiny IS. I do my own laundry. I cook and I clean. Yes!
You can just Google. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find it. Destiny IS. That's the agency.
That's awesome.
JM Wong asks, Alyssa, still single, bo?
Okay, so this moment, I would like to bring up, there are some rumors.
Yes.
Which Hairianto and I will address
next week. Correct.
So stay tuned to find
Stay
out.
tuned to find out. Okay.
Stay tuned to find
so
out.
you need to stay tuned to find out whether Alyssa is single or not. All right. Moving on. Onyam, other news in a minute. So in under 1 minute, we will crunch down the other headlines of the week.
So the delivery of parcels and registered mail may soon have to meet regulatory standards. This comes after recent complaints and a $100,000 fine on Singapore Post. SingPost's has announced several measures on the day it was fined in a move to improve its service quality in the coming 3 to 6 months.
Second news, the global spotlight on Singapore has helped boost tourist arrivals and spending here to record highs for the third year in a row in 2018. Two events last year in particular put the Republic on the global stage. The historic meeting between United States President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, and the release of Hollywood film Crazy Rich Asians, which was set in Singapore.
And our last headline, scientists have now confirmed the presence of the rare melanistic leopards, otherwise known as the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
In Kenya, with a series of rare images taken by camera traps. The last confirmed report was a photograph taken in Addis Ababa in 1909.
And that is all we have for Onyam this week. Alright.
And now we have Facebook Face Off.
Which you won last week,
I won
right?
last week. I really think it's my lucky year.
Yeah. And of course, Judge Joe is today on a Valentine's date. So he can't be with us.
It
can't be with us, actually.
It can be with us. Because it's gender neutral.
Yes. So how this works, basically, for those of you who do not know already, we trawl through Straits Times Facebook page to find the dunnest comments posted by our Facebook followers. And we screenshot them and then we show you, and then you decide who you think it's funnier, whether the comments I've picked are funnier or whether Alyssa's comments are funnier.
And then you take a vote. Simple as that.
As simple as that. Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so this is basically the story about Destiny IS, right? The agency. And she says that new matchmaking agency Destiny IS wants to pair Japanese women with Singaporean men. Jackson Tan, with full of pride, says, "I'll do my country proud."
Yeah, Jackson. Go for it. Good. Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, Alyssa, you go.
So this is the story where the rare Black Panther is alive and well in Kenya in the first documented sighting in a century. Yang Yanzeng says, "Can you believe it?" This is good. Can you believe it? That one was good.
If you think that Alyssa's comment is funny, you type in A.
If you thought Hairianto's one was funnier, type in H.
Exactly. Okay, moving along. Alyssa, round 2.
Okay, the second one. So this former accountant was jailed after siphoning more than $2 million from employers, and he had used that money to buy shares, a Toyota Wish, and 2 apartments. So Edwina says, well, an outstanding accountant. To which Chia Wee Hong Su says, well, you get an achievement award. If you get it, you get it. I don't understand. If you get it, you get it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, my comment. Paper and plastic found in McDonald's scrambled eggs and burger. So Lia Xia Wen says, fortune cookies? Douglas Cho says, I'm waiting for the day they find a $10 note in the burger. Me too, I am waiting as well.
Me too. Me too, I would like $10.
Now, if you think the comment that Alyssa has picked is funny, you type in A.
If you thought Hairianto's one was funnier, type in H.
Okay. Round 3, last round, I go. Okay, so basically this is again the story about the Black Panther, right? Rare Black Panther live and well in Kenya in first documented sighting in a century. Then Peter Quavis Bakani says, or was it just a really dirty panther?
Gosh, maybe it hasn't bathed in a century. That's why it's black.
Okay, Alyssa, you go.
Okay, so this one, okay, we can flash it. We can flash the screenshot. Yes, so that's not me though. Oh, okay, never mind. So Captain Marvel star Brie Larson explores Singapore sites and feasts on hawker fare ahead of Valentine's Day. And Gerald John Therese, because Captain Marvel is meant to be like, can do everything,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So Gerald John Sarah says, show her the indestructible ERP gantry. And then we'll
Okay, I have to give it to you. Okay, if you think Alyssa is funny, you type in A.
If you thought Hairianto's jokes are funny, type in H.
Exactly, and we're going to give you some time to decide. Make sure you type in H. Let's see. What do we have?
I have a lot of problems loading my Facebook.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Samuel Chua replying to JM, which says,
Oh,
Alyssa is
actually-
single. Sadly, no, because there's a ring on her fourth finger. Ha 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 ha. Wow, you all can see, ah.
Are you sure this is real? Lah?
Emily Bridget Liu says, may both of you feel a wealth of love this Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too as well.
You know, actually, on my comments, you're getting a lot of votes.
Really? And then
Yeah.
Mahathir says this, finger got ring now. You miss lah, bro. When they first show up, no ring.
What do you mean, when? This one? This one?
Samuel Chua says, why H always go first?
Why? Because
Why?
it's a guy.
No, it's just how we prepare the thing. And
Yeah,
usually
it is a joke, it's a joke. Yeah.
Nothing much. Actually, a lot of A's actually.
No,
on
a lot of
mine.
A's.
No,
No, it's a lot of A's.
Hey, why is my friend voting for you?
You made a new friend today.
Hey.
You and I.
Aman,
Okay.
why? Why?
So should we?
Okay.
Should we? It's not that I want to be unfair right now, but should we close?
Yes, we should close.
We
Okay.
should close. Okay, so we 5-second countdown.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the winner is.
The winner is.
Oh! Why are you even surprised? It's pretty obvious.
I would like to thank my sense of humor for helping me win this. Thank you.
You had 9 votes.
Thank you.
know?
Thank you.
9 votes.
And then you had how many?
Huh?
You had.
I don't know, man. I don't know how many
I think
votes
you
I
had
had.
quite a lot.
I 4 only.
Well,
9
it's okay.
more.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Now, we hope you guys have enjoyed this week's Hangout with ST. For more news and videos, do log on to straitstimes.com.
And we're also on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Yeah, and of course, again, we would like to wish everyone happy Valentine's Day. Whether you celebrate it or not, whether you're single or not, hey, what's more important is self-love.
Yes, definitely. It's
Yeah?
yes.
What is it? What? Self-love, okay?
Self-love is
Self-love.
important.
And do tune in next week because next week is a very, very special episode for us.
For one, we are celebrating our first year anniversary.
For one, we are celebrating our first year anniversary. What is this first year anniversary?
You'll find out next
You will
week.
find out. Everything will be spilled next week. Whether Alyssa is single, and we'll put all the rumors to rest.
Yeah, whether
about
this
the
ring
both of
really
us.
just came out halfway, you'll
Yeah,
find out.
I know.
You'll find out.
Once again, she's Alyssa.
And he's Hairianto.
Bye.
Goodbye and
See you next week.